Good afternoon, everyone. Please rise if you're able for our national anthem. Please be seated. Good afternoon again. My name is Matt Cecil, and I serve as Interim Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic and Student Affairs here at UW-Parkside. Welcome to the inauguration of Chancellor Lynn Akey. Let's hear a thank you for the UW-Parkside Choir for that beautiful performance. Oh, okay. One more song.
Lift every voice and sing.
Please be seated. Today, Wisconsin is home to 12 First Nations communities, and the University of Wisconsin-Parkside acknowledges and honors this history in these nations. We, the community of the University of Wisconsin-Parkside, acknowledge with gratitude and humility the First Nations people of Wisconsin whose original homelands lie within the state. We especially wish to recognize the Ho-Chunk, Miami, and Potawatomi nations for their significant historical and spiritual connections to the Parkside area. Our footsteps do not replace theirs, but rest alongside them. Today, Wisconsin is home to 12 First Nations communities: the Ho-Chunk Nation, the Oneida Nation of Wisconsin, the Menominee Nation, the Forest County Potawatomi community, the Stockbridge Munsee Band of the Mohicans, the Brothertown Indian Nation, and 6 Lake Superior bands of the Ojibwe Nation, the Bad River, Lac Courte Oreille, Lac de Flambeau, Mo Lake Saukegan, Red Cliff, and St. Croix bands. The University of Wisconsin-Parkside acknowledges and honors this history and these nations. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Christopher Hudspeth, an Associate Professor of Philosophy at UW-Parkside. Dr. Hudspeth has been part of the UW-Parkside community since 2010. He earned his Ph.D. from the University of South Florida in 2009, specializing in ethics and moral psychology. He teaches courses ranging from professional ethics to metaphysics and actively serves the university through various committees and as a UW system faculty representative. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Christopher Hudspeth.
When I was first invited to participate in this ceremony, I was a bit nervous because this is not my normal audience, but also because I wasn't really sure what the role entailed. When I asked for clarification, I was told that it would be, quote, a 2 to 3 minute speech welcoming Chancellor Akey from a faculty perspective. So, Chancellor Akey, from a faculty perspective, welcome. This sounds a little glib, and I don't mean it to. As an undergraduate, I could not have told you what a chancellor did. As a graduate student, I thought a chancellor was some kind of figurehead. It was only as a member of the faculty that I came to realize how important a chancellor is to the functioning of a university. A chancellor has a variety of responsibilities, a number of which are on display here today: representing the university in our region, connecting with the community, engaging with System President Rothman, interacting with the members of the Board of Regents, liaising with other chancellors are obviously important and meaningful activities of a chancellor. Finding money and resources so that we can continue to provide the service of educating the people of our state, as the Wisconsin idea demands, is surely one of the most valuable jobs of a chancellor. But from the perspective of a faculty, one of the most important things a chancellor can do is to set the tenor and the tone of our work environment. It is the chancellor who sets the conditions which create the morale of campus. And to her credit, I believe Lynn Akey has done quite a bit to improve those conditions here at UW-Parkside. Chancellor Akey began during a terrible time, and I don't just mean January. Within weeks of arriving, she had to cut the budget by millions of dollars. She had to confront layoffs and retirements, and she had to begin the process of restructuring our campus to fit our new reality. In the best of times, any of these would have put a strain on the morale of campus. But we were not in the best of times. To say that morale on campus was low is an understatement. Many felt ignored, unheard, and unappreciated. So in addition to all the difficult tasks already mentioned, Lynn also had to do the most difficult: change the climate of campus. I had the opportunity to work with the chancellor during this difficult time. I saw how she engaged with members of the campus community. I saw how she listened. I saw how she heard. I saw how she took the opportunity to learn. And while this work is far from complete, I saw how her approach brought something back to my colleagues: hope. So, Chancellor Akey, from a faculty perspective, welcome. It is now my honor to introduce Regent Jim Cruiser. Regent Cruiser has more than 3 decades of public service, having served as Kenosha County Executive from 2008 to 2022 and representing Kenosha in the Wisconsin State Assembly for 15 years. A proud UW-Parkside graduate, Regent Cruiser earned both his bachelor's degree in 1983 and his master's in public administration in 1986. Please join me in welcoming Regent Cruiser.
On behalf of the Universities of Wisconsin Board of Regents, and as a proud alumnus of this great university, I'd like to offer a warm welcome to all of you joining us here today to celebrate Dr. Lynn Akey as our 7th Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Parkside. Every day, great things happen at UW-Parkside, and today is the start of that brand new era. Chancellor Akey has an undeniable passion for higher education. Spend any time around her, and it's hard to miss. She understands the promise and the potential of the university experience to transform lives and expand opportunities, and also aligning closely with Parkside's Access mission. She is committed to ensuring that more people can get the benefit of what this university offers by expanding accelerated completion programs, growing hands-on experience for students in the workplace, and providing innovative credential options. It's the formula for success not only for our community, but for our great state. UW-Parkside is a key player in this growing southeastern corner of the state, an interestingly diverse and dynamic area. I know from personal experience how significant this university is to this region. As a first-generation college student with a couple of degrees from here, I went on to spend more than 35 years in the public sector, public service. I know how important and what this university means to people. I know how it changes lives. And I know Chancellor Akey gets it. She gets it. She has hit the ground running. I fully expect her to help UW-Parkside thrive in its efforts to educate and prepare students, to develop the talents of university professionals, and to extend this university's vision and knowledge beyond the boundaries of this campus. It's going to be exciting to watch for all of us here and all of us in the community. And I am delighted that so many traditional and non-traditional students, faculty and staff, campus colleagues, community and business leaders, regents, legislators, and university friends are here to celebrate this very special occasion. But before we move on to the formal investiture, let me offer my wishes to all for the coming years of the Chancellor Akey era. Congratulations, Chancellor. It is now my privilege to introduce the president of the University of Wisconsin System Board of Regents, Amy Bogos. She will deliver the congratulatory remarks on behalf of the board, as well as conduct the investiture. Regent President Bogos was appointed to the University of Wisconsin System Board of Regents by Governor Tony Evers in 2020. She serves as a civil rights attorney specializing in victims of sexual abuse and domestic violence, with expertise in Title IX, and she is committed to educational equity and disability rights. She holds a Juris Doctor from Chicago Kent College of Law and a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and History from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Please welcome Regent President Amy Bogos.
Thank you, Regent Cruiser. Chancellor Akey, it is my privilege to bestow this Chancellor's Medallion as a symbol of office and to charge that it be worn with the greatest esteem and honor. May it serve to help inspire you as you lead this university in its mission of teaching, research, and public service during what promises to be a very positive, productive, and exciting term as Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Parkside. When you remove this medallion for the last time, may you do so amidst the accolades of the Parkside community, and may you then be a happy, tired, and beloved Chancellor Emeritus of this institution. So if you would like to step up here, and I will try to reach you to put the medallion on. At this time, I would like to invite Connor Akey to introduce his mother, Chancellor Lynn Akey. And how amazing is that? That her son, who's a senior here, gets to introduce the new amazing Chancellor, his mother. Connor is a senior at UW-Parkside, and as he told me, he's been here longer than his mother, so he knows the ropes a lot better than his mother, apparently. He's pursuing a Bachelor of Science degree in sport management and a minor in psychology. Connor is proudly competing in his fourth year as a member of both the Ranger cross country and indoor and outdoor track teams. He hopes to pursue a career in college sports administration. Please welcome Connor Akey.
I had to make sure I grabbed the right binder. All right. Thank you, President Bogos. I'm both excited and honored to introduce and share a few thoughts this evening about my mother. Before I go any further, my younger brother, Caden, a sophomore at Dakota State University in Madison, South Dakota, who couldn't be here today, would like to share a few words on the screen. Hopefully.
Surprise, Mom. Sorry I couldn't be with you here on this special day. As you know, I got some classes that, as the Chancellor, I don't think you'd want me to miss. And also my cross-country meet in Columbia, Missouri the next day. But I want to say thank you for being a mother, being my mother, and also being so much more. I want to thank you for all the inspiration you've given me throughout my childhood and even in, well, my classes I'm taking today. I want to thank you for giving me determination to go for my goals and to dream big. So I want to say I'm proud of you and congratulations.
Brother set a pretty high bar, so we'll see what we got here. But being a student at Parkside, the common question I get is, how does it feel that your mom is the chancellor? And I generally give the response and say that it's all right, and it has its positives and negatives. One positive is that I now am able to do my laundry at home for free. And a negative is that I now have to be on my best behavior all the time. And yes, we did have those talks. But in all seriousness, before she followed me here, my mom earned her Bachelor of Science degree in psychology from Truman State University, her Master of Arts degree in college student personnel from Bowling Green State University, and her Ph.D. in educational policy and administration from the University of Minnesota. My mom then started a professional career in higher education at Iowa State University briefly before going to Minnesota State Mankato in July of 2000. Over 23 years and 6 months working at MSU Mankato, which is longer than I've been alive, my mom held many titles, starting as the Assistant Director for Academic Initiatives up to the Vice President for Student Success, Analytics, and Integrated Planning. Also, in 2021, she was named the Minnesota State Academic and Student Affairs Administrator of the Year, State System. Fast forward about a year and a half into my time at Parkside, I saw that the Chancellor position was going to be opening up. So I texted my mom, "Gonna be the next Chancellor." And she replied, "I don't know about that, ... I'd like to say that I planted the seed and deserve some credit for where we find ourselves today. All right, I'd like to say that I deserve some credit for where we are today, but that's not true, as I'm not the one with the Ph.D. A few months later, she asked me how it would feel if she put her name in. At this point, I'd been expecting this question for a few months now. I told her she should do it because it's something that she has always worked hard for. And that I didn't really care if she became the chancellor of the university I went to anyways. But that's not completely true, because I really did want her to be the chancellor. She later told me that she was going to put her name in, but still went over how unlikely it would play out. I told her I liked her odds, and if I were a betting man, I would put my college tuition on it. Once I heard that she was going to be a semifinalist for the position, I had a pretty good feeling that my parents were going to be following me here to Kenosha. And a year later, it actually happened. So I guess this all just means that my parents can't stand being without me. I moved 5.5 hours away from home just for them to follow me here 2.5 years later. And I finally got my answer that I am their favorite child. It's either that or I caused the most problems between us two. But going back to the question I get asked about how I feel about my mom being the chancellor, my honest response to that question is that I could not be prouder of her. I'd like to think that I'm one of the first college students ever to have the honor of introducing their mom at their inauguration to become the chancellor of the university that they attend. And while a whole lot of credit probably has to go to my mom, who's the hardest working person I know and the person I look up to every day, I feel proud any role I may have played in this by choosing to come to Parkside 3.5 years ago. My mom's work ethic is something I've always admired and strived to come close to. And even with her remarkably busy schedule, she still chooses to spend most of her little free time with me and my brother. And while I still do not know most of the things that my mom does as chancellor, I'm sure of a few things. She's going to work hard. She's good at what she does. She cares about every student and is highly invested in their experience. She's committed to meeting the educational needs of learners in the Southeast Wisconsin and beyond. And most importantly, she genuinely enjoys what she's doing and is driven to make a positive impact on everyone she comes across. So now, please join me in welcoming the 7th Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Parkside, Lynn Akey, or my mom.
To follow that. Thank you, Connor. That was very touching. Thank you all for being here today and showing your support for this great university and community, especially our Board of Regents, fellow Universities of Wisconsin chancellors and senior leaders, system leadership, foundation board members, former Chancellor Ford, community members, business and industry partners, and state and local officials. A special thank you to our Inauguration Planning Committee and to our faculty and students for sharing your talents and performing for us today. A deep gratitude to our faculty, staff, students, and alumni, my friends and colleagues from across higher education and Minnesota State University Mankato, and to my family, those who are here with me today, my parents, mother-in-law, my sisters, my nieces and nephews, and those watching virtually and here in spirit. Today would not be possible without the love and support of my husband, Torin, and my sons, Connor and Caden. Torin, you are clearly the better half of Team Akey. Connor and Caden, I am so very proud of the young men you have become, and I love being a part of your life journey. I'm honored to be here today as the 7th Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Parkside. As a young girl born and raised in Illinois, having lived all across the Midwest, I call the Upper Midwest home. I am the daughter of a veteran whose service to our country provided the means to an education. I am also come from a family of dairy farmers in Southern Illinois that live a hard life to work and provide for others. My family and upbringing instilled in me the value of a strong work ethic, compassion for others, and a love of nature and new adventures. While I am new to living in Wisconsin, my husband, he has deep roots, and his family does too, here in Wisconsin education, and across the universities of Wisconsin. In fact, within the family so far, we have 5 degrees from the universities of Wisconsin, 1 from UW-Eau Claire, 2 from UW-Stevens Point, 1 from UW-Oshkosh, 1 from UW-Madison, and I hope for soon 1 from Parkside as well. Passion for education is certainly a part of the family. My mother and father-in-law have a combined 65 years of teaching here in Wisconsin, and my mother-in-law being the Wisconsin Teacher of the Year in 1992. And my son, who you heard from just a few moments ago, is named after his grandfather, who was inducted into the Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2001. So just in case you were just a wee bit concerned that this chancellor coming from Minnesota after 23 years and 6 months might have a bit too much purple in the closet, I assure you, my household is all about the Bucks, Badgers, Brewers, Badgers, and now, best of all, the Rangers. As was mentioned, my passion for higher education runs deep, and my career has been dedicated to creating opportunities and places where students can achieve, be it in student life, developing campus community, academic affairs, advancing student learning, or student success, creating meaningful connections, demonstrating care, and coordinating support. I am absolutely honored and blessed to stand before you today. However, despite the number of times you've already heard my name this past hour, today is not about me. Today we celebrate the University of Wisconsin-Parkside. We are here to celebrate this incredible university's past, to look forward with a focus on its future, and to affirm its powerful mission. In 1967, ground was broken right here in northern Kenosha County, and on July 1st, 1968, the University of Wisconsin-Parkside was officially born. From that moment, the institution's legacy of transformative education and community impact began. Our founding chancellor, Chancellor Wiley, chose the name Parkside to reflect the beauty and promise of the campus. The vision for Parkside was clear: to create a university that would not only provide academic excellence, but also be a beacon of hope and opportunity for our community. Fred Harvey Harrington, president of the University of Wisconsin in 1970, described Parkside perfectly as a prime example of the Wisconsin idea, bringing the university to the people. During our 50th anniversary celebration in 2018, our second chancellor, Chancellor Guskin, reminded the university of its founding principles, serving the community and supporting students who are first in their family to attend a 4-year university. Parkside upholds these principles and delivers on its mission. Parkside is dedicated to making education accessible and transformative. Parkside proudly serves the 35% of our students who receive Pell Grants to support their studies, the 47% of our students who are first in their family to attend college, and as an emerging Hispanic serving institution, the over 33% of our students coming from diverse cultures and ethnic backgrounds. As envisioned, at Parkside, we are part of the fabric of our community. A remarkable 62% of our students come right here from the counties of Kenosha, Racine, and Walworth. An incredible 95% of our students are from the Milwaukee-Chicago corridor, and over 89% of our alumni live in Wisconsin and Illinois. Our dedication to delivering high-value, impactful experiences is evident. Our programs and services provide practical, real-world experiences with meaningful, real-world outcomes, from academic programs like our theater arts with a professional training company model, to our applied health programs, with an 89.9% acceptance rate into medical school over the past 10 years, more than double the national acceptance rate. Or you might consider our strong undergraduate research, scholarship, and creative activities that provide students the opportunity to put skills and theories into action. Or consider our NCAA Division II athletic programs, the only one in the state, that challenges students to excel both on the field and in the classroom. With over 54% of our student athletes earning above a 3.5 GPA this past spring, building on a foundation of retention and completion rates well above the average student body. Or consider our welcoming spaces, such as GSAC and OMSA, or better known here on campus as HOMSA, that provide an inclusive environment where students, faculty, and staff can thrive and compete in their own authentic selves. Parkside is nationally recognized for promoting civic engagement and is known for learning and action in partnership with our community. Community engagement, for example, our community garden that already this season has contributed more than 1,300 pounds of food to local food shelves. Or our community-based learning and engagement programs, where our students, over 1,000 each year, participate and apply their knowledge and skills and real-world experiences with local businesses, companies, and nonprofits. And just this past August, Parkside was highlighted in Forbes for its collaborative work with higher expectations for Racine County as an example of a place where colleges, companies, and companies are working together to improve higher education outcomes. With all that said, as the youngest university within the Universities of Wisconsin, at the fine age of 56, Parkside has a forward focus. There are opportunities before us within our region, our state, and beyond, be it educational engagement and attainment, our sense of community and place, workforce advancement and economic development, or civic leadership. We have opportunities. Parkside is at a pivotal moment of change and forward focus. Our goal is clear: to serve our region by providing transformative opportunities that students are seeking for their lives and careers. We have a distinctive, vibrant region to serve and a foundation of community engagement and partnership to support a forward focus, a focus on being that first choice university in the Milwaukee-Chicago corridor, proudly serving students who live, learn, and work. Hear me now. Parkside is moving beyond its hidden gem status. It is time. It is time for Parkside to be known for proudly serving the students of our region, those students who live, learn, and work. Our students are quite honestly exceptional. They're diverse, they're driven, and they're deeply connected to their communities. They balance learning with work and personal commitments, and they bring unique perspectives and experiences to our campus. We have a focus on being a partner with business and industry in regional economic and cultural vitality. It's time for a shift, and Parkside is shifting from being a provider to a true partner. We are exploring new structures and establishing deeper partnerships with business and industries to offer new academic opportunities, high-impact, career-ready experiences, and workforce development. And we have a forward focus on transforming our structures. Parkside is organizing for greater efficiency so we can advance our core mission of educating and supporting students. Parkside is rich in history, strong in purpose, and boundless in opportunity. Our faculty, you are our educators, scholars, mentors, and the inspiration for our students, helping them to unleash their potential. Our staff, you are essential guides and supporters, and you are tireless in your dedication to the advancement of this university and to each of our individual students' success. Our alumni, you are our pride and our ambassadors. Our board, community, partners, and friends, you are our support and vital network. and most importantly, our students. You are our future. A few months ago, into my journey here at Parkside, I received an unexpected gift from a community member. The clippings of an article from the Chicago Tribune magazine. They were tattered on one edge, brittle, and taking on that notorious aged hue of yellow. The clippings were from the magazine published on December 8th, 1968. The article by Carl Larson captures a picture of Chancellor Wiley walking across the campus grounds, and it's titled, "The Elusive Search for the Ideal College President." The article covers the many challenges and vexing higher education issues of 1968. There's a lot familiar in those challenges yet today. The article also goes on to note the demise of many promising leaders who had taken on that challenge and not been successful. I keep the clippings nearby my desk, and I pull them out on occasion as it reminds me of how grateful I am for Parkside. As a Parkside parent, I appreciate firsthand the difference that this university makes. As someone who now has the privilege of living, learning, and leading here, I experience a community committed to demonstrating the transformative impact and power of providing access and opportunity. Those of us who get to work here, quite frankly, have the privilege of seeing the dreams of so many come true. Parkside is special. But why is Parkside so special? At first glance, excellent academic programs, wonderful facilities, student-friendly spaces, beautiful location, and dedicated faculty and staff. Or what some might find to be a rather unique combination of adult learners, commuter students, in-resident students, and Division II athletes. Why is Parkside so special? For rarely do I engage with an alum and not hear the phrase, "if not for Parkside." Quite simply, Parkside is a place for those who believe that more is possible. More in life, more for their family, more for their community. A place where you can pursue and achieve big dreams and goals. It's a place where persistence, dedication, and hard work make a difference. You see, that is what all Parkside Rangers have in common. Think about it for just a moment. Students who are the first in their families to attend college. Students beating incredible odds with difficult life backgrounds and circumstances. Students taking on challenging academic intellectual pursuits like medical school. Or students pushing their physical limits to compete a little bit harder. Parkside Rangers, they're driven to succeed. Parkside is a place where persistence, determination, and hard work make a difference. A place for those who believe that more in life is possible. That is why Parkside is so special and our mission so powerful. Parkside is a place where more in life is made possible. I want to thank you, Regent Weatherly, the Board of Regents, President Rothman, Parkside students, faculty, and staff, and the Parkside community for giving me the opportunity to lead and be a part of a place that is so very special, a place of hope, a place of opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Akey, for your inspiring words. Providing closing remarks this evening is the President of the Universities of Wisconsin, Jay Rothman. President Rothman has led the Universities of Wisconsin since 2022 and has been a tireless advocate for public higher education in the state. He oversees 13 universities, serving approximately 161,000 students and awarding nearly 37,000 degrees each year. He earned a bachelor's degree from Marquette University and a law degree from Harvard Law School. Under President Rothman's leadership, the Universities of Wisconsin continues to grow stronger, ensuring that higher education in the state remains accessible, innovative, and impactful. Please join me in welcoming President Jay Rothman.
Thank you very much and good evening. I feel like I've drawn the short straw tonight because I have to follow Connor's brother, and their mother. But I'm going to forge ahead, notwithstanding that. On behalf of the Universities of Wisconsin, I am honored to be able to say a few words tonight. I'd like to thank all of you for helping mark this historic occasion for the University of Wisconsin-Parkside as we formally recognize and celebrate Dr. Lynn Akey as this university's 7th Chancellor. Lynn, I think you know you inherit a very special place. And listening to your remarks tonight and the focus on the students, you are absolutely the right person to lead this university. We are very lucky to have you. This is a new chapter in the UW-Parkside story, one of the moments that define us. And it's really wonderful to see so many of you here tonight, students and faculty and staff, campus colleagues, community leaders, regents, legislators, and friends of this university, all part of this very special event tonight. This is a shared story, and it is a shared time of real celebration. The inauguration of one of our new leaders is one of the oldest traditions in academia. Well, by its nature, it's a time to look to the future. It's also an opportunity to honor those who have come before us. Over the past half-century, UW-Parkside has become a widely recognized and respected university because of some great leaders, because of some great faculty and great staff. That university has likely exceeded what anyone could have dreamed about when it was founded back in 1968. With Chancellor Akey at the helm, this university is positioned to continue to do great things. UW-Parkside and the people who make it what it is are responding to the most complex and urgent challenges facing our state, but also what are facing the world, sharing their knowledge and expertise beyond the borders of the campus to change lives every single day, living the Wisconsin idea. UW-Parkside is educating growing numbers of students who will become the sought-after healthcare workers, educators, data scientists, business professionals, critical thinkers, thought leaders, and so much more, who will undoubtedly shape our future. We had the opportunity today at the Board of Regents meeting to hear from some of those students. They will do great things because of their time here. Chancellor Akey's extensive experience in student success and her enthusiasm and optimism make her absolutely the perfect fit for UW-Parkside. She deeply understands how strategic planning, enrollment management, and the student experience work together. But she understands that at the end of the day, our mission is to support our students. True to Parkside's mission, Chancellor Akey is also continuing to foster an environment that is opening more doors and growing the sense of belonging, support, and Ranger pride among the students here. Under her leadership, the university is deepening a culture of collaboration that extends across the campus and certainly throughout the region. While our world today certainly holds a whole lot of uncertainties, it is also a time of great opportunity. As we face the future, I am convinced that our state's public universities, the Universities of Wisconsin, have a distinct and vital mission. Our universities can and must prepare people not only to make a good living, but also prepare them well for life as contributing citizens in a globally involved democracy. UW-Parkside, drawing on its traditions of excellence and commitment to accessible education, community engagement, diversity, and inclusiveness, is well positioned to take up that gauntlet and to play a significant role in achieving some very, very important goals. Together, we are committed to growing our family of learners by enrolling more students from low and moderate income families, and by reaching out to more potential adult and non-traditional students so that we can increase the number of Wisconsinites who have had the privilege and the transformational experience that being at one of our universities delivers. This reflects not only on the overall plan of the universities of Wisconsin, but it is also profoundly evocative of that Wisconsin idea that I talked about earlier, and our common commitment and mission to serve our state. What is so very clear to me that this university, headed by Chancellor Akey, understands its noble purpose. But more importantly than understanding its noble purpose, it lives that noble purpose. Today we are here to officially celebrate the beginning of a new era. And yes, Lynn, it's a little bit about you today. With our congratulations and with great optimism. We all look forward to working closely with you, Chancellor Akey, in the years to come. I have no doubt that under your leadership, the best is yet to come for UW-Parkside. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Rothman, and thank you to everyone for being here today to celebrate this very important occasion in the history of the University of Wisconsin-Parkside. We invite you to join us for a university celebration at the Brookwood Foundation Main Place in Wiley Hall. The celebration will begin at 6:30 p.m., right on time, 6:25 now, and we look forward to continuing the festivities with all of you. Thank you all for coming.